Deputy Leader, I know what I'm about to say will be of great interest to you because of your connection with the Defence Forces. There was a lot of discussion about the independent review group, which incidentally was a series of allegations. Nothing was proven as of yet, and we're waiting for a sworn inquiry into that. But revelations over the last day or two through the Journal revealed correspondence between the Chief of Staff and the Secretary-General of the Department of Defence. The Department of Defence pulled or ceased to allow the independent monitoring group that had been set up following Senator Clonan's thesis on bullying and harassment in the Defence Forces. And for no reason, no understandable reason, was the independent monitoring group, which I know you've spoken to me about in the past yourself. The IMG was stood down in 2018 when it was actually achieving some really good results. Now, the correspondence that has been released under FOI in the last few days shows that there was a serious division between the Secretary-General of the Department and the Chief of Staff of the day. The Chief of Staff was 100% committed to the independent monitoring group. The Secretary-General stood them down with no plan. There was no plan to move to the independent review group, which was subsequently set up following the complaints made by the Women of Honour. The important thing here, and I think you'll agree with me, is that it should have continued. The Chief of Staff is the person on the ground in uniform who knows what's going on, and he should have been listened to at the time. And I think it was outrageous that this was pulled. And for that reason, I think you'll agree with me, the Department of Defence must be part of the oversight. You cannot have members of the Department of Defence who are acting as both gatekeeper and as rogue. We need nobody from the Department of Defence on the oversight group that's been put together, and I'd ask you to relay that to the Taoiseach and Tánaiste.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Leader.
And Shannon